more than ever, us, the light workers, us, the healers, us that have been doing the work at the highest level for the longest time, this is our fucking time. This is our time to shine like never before. I've been being prepared my whole life. I was born for this time. I chose into this time. I was fucking excited to choose into this time. We are the special forces of all the souls of all the fucking universe of all time that chose to be born at this time. And we got one gestation cycle left to become the highest version we can possibly become. Point that has just been on the forefront of my mind. I believe we're in the most chaotic times the planet has had in at least 10, 12,000 years. I believe that it's going to get substantially more chaotic, maybe 10 times more rate of change and chaos. And if we don't master the ability to be the calm in the storm and respond versus react and be absolutely fucking dedicated and devoted to our own well-being and our center and our divinity, we will get swept up in calling all lone wolves. If you're a lone wolf out there, I want you to watch this video through its entirety because I'm about to share something with you that you've probably never considered. A long time ago, you decided to become self-sufficient in every single way, and you have become sovereign in ways that most people can't even fathom. When you look at the average man, so dependent on everyone and everything outside of them, it doesn't make any sense to you. And so I'm calling all lone wolves. Imagine an army or a gathering or a community or a tribe across the world of men who have become capable of being fully self-sufficient, but are linked arm in arm and allowing the magnificence of iron sharpening iron to gather and work together so that as shit hits the fan or as the rate of change and chaos takes place, instead of you lone wolfing it and getting through like you will, you'll have brothers in arms at your back every step of the way, and you'll actually have a blast doing it. So watch this video and let's sync up in the end if this resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, because we've got to start gathering these people, us, the lone wolves, to form the ultimate army, gathering, brotherhood, fellowship, whatever you might want to call it, because we've become absolutely strong and self-sufficient alone. But imagine how much more capable we are together. I'm no longer here to wake anyone up. I'm here to assemble and gather and commune with and fireside with those who woke up a long fucking time ago. I believe we're in the most chaotic times the planet has had in at least 10, 12,000 years. I believe that it's going to get substantially more chaotic, maybe 10 times more rate of change and chaos. And if we don't master the ability to be the calm in the storm and respond versus react and be absolutely fucking dedicated and devoted to our own well-being and our center and our divinity, we will get swept up in fucking black hole after black hole. Right now, because of the timeline I believe we're on and the time frame that I believe we have, I feel deeply called to be more devoted than ever. If it's 11:30 and when the clock strikes 12, I need to be at the highest level of having my wits about me to be of the highest service and to be calm and peaceful and centered in my divinity. I better clear every bad habit I have, every crutch, every addiction, every craving, every samskara, up-level every practice and ritual and everything I need to fortify and edify myself like never before. I better stop chasing anything and everything that isn't 100% aligned with the highest mission that I'm here for. And I better dedicate every spare moment of time I possibly can to some form of edifying and nurturing myself and purifying and evolving myself. I've had other people say they're feeling the same call, that from now to the end of 2024, it hit me the other day. I'm like, holy shit. We have about 9 months left. So first I felt an inspiration. It was like, hey, you've got the rest of 2024 to be as embodied as you possibly can and as ready as you can internally in the higher dimensions as well as externally in the 3D dimension. What community do you have? What resources do you have? What are all the things that you'll need as far as food, shelter, safety, community, collaboration, connection, the right geographic location, the right people around, the right bartering systems, the right resources, the right internal preparation and embodiment to be the lighthouse and not be caught up in fear and survival. That you can just be like, okay, all of mine and my loved ones' needs are met. I am surrounded with all the right people in the optimal place. I have embodied at the highest level that there's no way I'm going to be sucked in and drowned. I counted the math. I'm like, okay, January, February, March. If we have till about the end of 2024, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Holy shit, that's 9 months. Interesting. Gestation, birth, rebirth, death of the old, birth of the new, birth of the highest self. So I believe that those of us who have been doing the work forever, now is the time to think, okay, I've been being prepared my whole life. I was born for this time. I chose into this time. And we got one gestation cycle left to become the highest version we can possibly become. And even if this is not true, even if I'm just a fucking quack who's in a fantasy land, right? Because that's a possibility. We need to be okay with even those possibilities, right? To be as pure of a vessel as possible, we got to accept that I may be a weird fucking guy that makes up a whole bunch of stories and bought into a whole bunch of other people's stories, and it's just another day on planet Earth and nothing's changing, but hey, we're caught up in a bunch of ideas, right? We got to be okay with that too. But the good news is, even if that's true, do we have anything to lose to go all in on ourselves and our highest evolution for 9 fucking months? Just to discover that we're full of shit and the life is just going to carry on? No, because in 9 months, we'll be the best version of ourselves that we've ever been. And however the fuck it continues on, we'll be in a better position to navigate it no matter what. So we don't lose even if I'm fucking full of shit. Because in that optimizing how we spend this time, it includes recreation. It includes creation. It includes rest. It includes nurturing and bathing in the sun and taking baths and going to those hot springs and lots of time in nature and breath and meditation and all the things that who wouldn't want to fucking live that life anyway? It's literally the best way to live. So why not just learn to live that way and make it how we live no matter what the fuck happens in the future? You got 9-month gestation period to become the greatest version of yourself. And everything I've ever studied essentially says our purpose in life is to recreate ourselves over and over again into the next greatest version of ourselves, to have as good of a time as possible doing it, and to help as many other people possible to do the same. Right? It's that simple. I'm inviting those with ears to hear it like, hey, why don't we go all in and say, you know what? I'm going to devote the next 9 months to the highest level of embodiment and integration and application of all that I've studied and prepared for my whole life. If all economic systems collapse because they're due for a collapse, the likelihood that the schooling system shuts down, the government shuts down, the economic and money system shut down, new schools will have to be created and born, new prison systems will have to be created and born, new government systems will have to be created and born. The world as we know it. It's not like end of the world. It's more like end of all the stupid fucking shit that we never liked in the first place. So thank God. And in the birth and creation of all the things we always knew could be. And we're the ones to bring about the new ones, because we're the ones that saw through it all along. And we're the ones that have been studying and educating and empowering and healing ourselves and connecting ourselves with others who've been doing the same. And so it's literally us who will be bringing about the new governments and the new schooling and the new monetary systems and the new community functioning and all the things. It's us. It's us and our children who are the leaders of the new world. It's us and all our fellow brothers and sisters, literally millions, who've been doing the work for a long fucking time. We'll all gather together and we'll all create a whole new earth with new everything. That's fucking beautiful. Proper agriculture. No more Monsanto. No more big pharma. No more bank conglomerates. No more fucking monopolies. No more greed. No more poison. No more pollution. Right? All the things. Clean energy. Maybe free energy. Right? There's going to be people coming together that have been studying free energy their whole life, and it's actually going to be released because it's no longer suppressed. I'm not even preaching a scary time, because it's not scary if you're in your heart, in your center, in your wholeness, in your divinity. It's just a chaotic time. No, I'm not calling it a painful time. I'm not calling it a scary time. I'm calling it a chaotic time, a time of rapid and tremendous change, because the whole process will be beautiful. My highest goal has always been to ascend and to reach full enlightenment, full self-actualization, full self-realization in this lifetime. Well, I've always approached that with, I have the rest of my life to do it. As of right now, I'm going, hey, motherfucker, you got 9 months left. How are you going to organize your life to pull this off? Now, even if that's not true, because it isn't, it's not the full truth. I might still have till I'm 80. But if I approached it as if, hey, you got 9 months to become fully self-realized, 9 months to become self-actualized, my masculine mind goes, okay, list out every practice you believe that you could do to optimally feed your light body if we're in our divinity, connected with divinity, in our center, in our wholeness, and being of service, and committed to doing whatever the fuck it takes to stay in that place. And so as we apply everything we've discussed today, which for me means literally list out every practice you're aware of, schedule that into your days, and then go about making all the agreements you need in your life to have that be the ability to implement it. I feel right now to implore each of you, let's say everything takes a shit for a few years. Be open to that you need to burn many things in your life to the ground, quit jobs, gather savings, move to a community and geographic location that your heart feels called to. Surround yourself with people that you would want to be surrounded with in an apocalypse for a time. Like, it may not be any of that, but like, be willing to put it all on the fucking altar. The job, the source of money, the fucking relationships, the geographic location, the house you're in. It might be like sell everything you own, or 3/4 or 50% of everything you have, and reallocate every dollar, every resource, every fucking thing towards where do you need to be and who do you need to be by and surrounded with, and how do you need to reorganize your life so that, I'll tell you this, I don't want to be in the middle of a city through this. I don't want to be in the polluted area. I want to be around people in an area where Mother Earth provides well and the community provides well, and that I can be I'm not a lone wolf. I don't want to be the mountain man off in the middle of the mountains by myself. Fuck you, I got mine. Good luck, bitches. I want to be in the safest environment possible, that Mother Earth provides all that's needed and the community provides all that needed, and that there is a tribe of people where I'm just one of the moving parts that brings what I have to bring, but also have hundreds of others bringing what they have to bring, so that we can thrive and be supported in the most abundant ways. So technically right now I could shut down my whole business, liquidate all of my investments and assets, and never work another day. Now, Spirit's not calling me that direction. Spirit's saying, no, serve everyone you can as long as you can. Be that fucking prophet yelling at the top of the wall, and gather as many as you can, even if a bunch of people think you're a fucking nut. But do all that you can for as long as you can. People are going to need all we've got to help them bridge from where they're at to where they need to be to live in the golden age and in the new world. That means we're going to be busy motherfuckers, and we better be really fucking busy right now, putting ourselves in a position that we can fulfill our purpose when we're needed more than ever. They'll all be fucking clamoring to you. Please show me what you've spent your life preparing for, and you will thrive like never before. It's like, take everything you got right now, put yourself in the right community and the right geographic location where your heart feels called to be, set yourself up And just be ready. Be ready to serve, because value follows value and the law of reciprocation kicks in. So you'll be more supported than ever to just be who the fuck you already are. And without effort, you will be given everything you need and be more abundant than you've ever been. And there's no fear to be had. I love you all. Thank you. Blessings. Hey, thank you for watching this video. And if while watching it, you're still here and you felt strongly resonant on any level, I just want to honor you so deeply. The courage it's taken, the commitment it's taken, the lonely days, the lonely nights, the hard times, the deep, dark, heavy experiences that you've navigated to become self-sufficient, to be able to handle everything yourself and rely on nobody and nothing, and to stay out of the false notions and the boxes and the program, to be like, nope, I know who I am. I know why I'm here. This is our time to gather. I want to honor you deeply. And I want to encourage you to do a couple of things. Subscribe to this channel. Please leave me a comment below so we can get connected, as well as, I know you're probably not the major social media type, but if you happen to be on Facebook, we have the most amazing group of men called the Wolf Pack on Facebook. We'll put the link below, but go join that group because we can collaborate and connect and share resources so that we can unite and do what we got to do. Let's sync up. Let's get this done.